Welcome back, everyone. We're still here at the bed and breakfast in Denver, Adagio Bed and Breakfast, which I must heartily recommend if you're going to stay in Denver, Colorado. Great location, right next to a Walgreens and a restaurant, and for Coleco, there's even a Taco Bell nearby. So it's a great place. Kudos to the Adagio Bed and Breakfast, and thanks to Joe and all the folks here putting us up here during this week. It's been an amazing place. I don't have access to the home studio. If I did, I would be doing this as a stupid stoner story or a rant. And I guess I'm going to rant on this just a little bit because I wanted to make sure you guys had some new content to check out while we're out gathering video the rest of this gorgeous, sunny, blue sky day here in Denver, Colorado. So I wanted to talk about this this story that I pulled up on Time magazine, and I saw it actually came out of the Grants Pass Daily Courier in Oregon. So I saw this story in Oregon before it hit national news. But the headline on this, once again, they cannot resist the pop pun headline: "Surveillance is so dope, Google Earth helps bust pot farm." And it's the story in Grants Pass of this guy who was bragging to a bunch of folks about how much weed he was growing. Cops got an ear of it, and then they used Google Earth to verify that, yeah, he had a big old farm going there. And that this made national news is kind of surprising to me, because this is not the first time that they've used Google Earth to be able to verify someone had an illegal grow going on. In fact, in Time, they note that at the end. 2006, Racine, Wisconsin. They found the guy growing pot in the cornfield. 2009 in Switzerland, they got 1.1 tons of marijuana by using Google Earth. So it's happened before. It's just kind of surprising it made such big news here. But what I wanted to get to in the story here is how Time magazine reports this. In their first lead paragraph here, they write, "An Oregon man was busted for growing more marijuana than he was legally allowed, but his arrest came not through a raid or a tip, but through the satellite imagery provided by Google Earth." And then in the very next paragraph they write, "Police say they got a tip that Curtis W. Croft, age 50, was boasting about the amount of plants he was growing on his property in Grants Pass." Well, wait a minute. So the cops did bust the guy for growing more marijuana than he's legally allowed based on a tip, right? The tip is what led them to look it up on Google Earth, right? It's not like the cops were hanging out just surfing Google Earth and saw a pot farm. So this was, this story got legs, I think, because of the whole technological angle. Ooh, wow, cops can now use Google Earth to bust pot farms. When really, this pot farm got busted the same way a lot of pot farms get busted. Loose lips sink ships. Somebody couldn't keep his mouth shut about his grow, about how much I got growing out. Oh, I'm such the big bad grower. And, well, eventually somebody hears that, and eventually that makes it to the cops' ears, and eventually they look you up on Google Earth. And it wasn't just from Google Earth. After the Google Earth, they used that to then go fly their aircraft to get a closer look to make sure that it was still there, right? So Google Earth was just one small piece of this puzzle. Most of it had to do with the grower being ignorant and blabbing, and this coming through the typical snitch informant tip lines that make their way to the cops. So I just had to say something about that before we head out and go get some more videos. I been having a good time here in Denver. Last night we met up, Canny was here, Grey Wolf, one of our moderators, our forum moderator from 420 Radio was here, Reefer Rob was here, and Rob Ryan from Ohio is in town as well. So we'll be interviewing all sorts of activists, all sorts of people here at all the events that we cover over this next week here in Denver. Thanks for supporting us here at 420 Radio and helping with your donations to make all of this possible. We really appreciate it. And until next time, take care of each other, jokers.